Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at TheTechTrader.com. It's Monday, the 25th of November. These are the charts of the day. Big day in Wall Street with an explosive move, but then a sharp pullback. It did hold support, bounce, and then form some right-handed extended V-type patterns into the close with a little pop. There's a lot of stocks that ran today. This is a long list, so bear with us. Achr, which I've been watching, and then unfortunately didn't put a trade on it, but look at the pop and the little wedge. This is where the swing should have been. It went from 4.5 to today's move from 6 to 790 and backed off to 751 after hours. But what a move it's had just in about 2 weeks from 3 to over 8. Fantastic move, 150%. AFRM, which has been on our list for a while, an old swing of ours from back in here in August, has gone from then 36 to now 70. Today's high 70.20, closing 69.54, up about 3 more points or 4.5%. It might get to 80 before it's over, but it is at the top of the channel. Up next is ARQQ, which exploded. It's now 3 days in a row. A move that's taken it from about 7 to, believe it or not, nearly 21. A triple in 3 days. So an explosive move and probably extended and near resistance. I wouldn't get aggressive with it at this point. Achr with a pop coil and a pop wedge broke out today big time. This is the tech trader swing. I'm now looking for 9.5 range. Bbwi broke out of a base today. I put a day trade on it. We did a nice day trade on it, but it turned out it really exploded from 31 to 38 nearly, finishing at 35.50 and change up 480, 15% gain, a breakaway day on big volume. This one, although it is at resistance here, might see extension into the 40s at some point, maybe after consolidation. How about CRNT? It broke out 2 weeks ago, pulled back, held the moving averages, and then went vertical. And it's literally gone from 265 to 416 today, closing 410. And the extension could be 4.5, 3/4, but or 4.5, 55.60. But it's a short-term extended. It needs to get a pullback consolidation. DXYZ with a pop pullback is now a beautiful ascending bull wedge, and if it breaks out here, it can go vertical. I don't know how far, but if this market blows, we might see this thing go into the 85.90 range. GRRR swing trade, which we put out here and then pulled back, is coming on strong here the last 4 days. From 371 to today's high at 528, about a 50% move. I'm now looking for an extension towards 6.25.5. HIMS, after breaking out and pulling back hard, held support, and they came right back up with a big move today, up 568 at 22.5% on only 50 million shares. Very, very strong volume, one of the biggest ever for it. It is near the long-term channel top, but it might accelerate. Joby, another aerospace stock that exploded along with Achr, and they usually move together. This one went from about 540 in the last week to 840, and now looks to me like there might be an extension near 9 before it pulls back, but it does need to have some kind of consolidation fortification here. Nevertheless, strong pattern, and if we do get a 1, 2, 3, 4, I look for a fifth wave up near 10. NVX popped on news today, breakaway gap out of a long wedge, spiked 73 cents or 38%, and traded about 1 million shares. It's so thinly traded stock, it could really run. Next target is 3 and 3.5. OMER has gone bonkers in the last week and a half after popping sharply and wedging for a week. It then went vertical from 6 to 12, doubling in 3 days, 4 days. Looks to me like it can extend a little bit, but be careful with this one. Nevertheless, long-term chart, outstanding inverse head and shoulders over a 3-year period, may make it at some point up into that high teens range. I would call it maybe even low 20s. Poet is one of our swing trades from a while back. You can see how it popped flag, pop coil, and break out again. Today popped 34 cents or 8.5%. Volume picked up to 3.3 million. I think it makes it to 5.5 and then 7. Those are my following targets. QBTS exploded this week in the last 4 or 5 days. It's gone from $1.43 vertical to 377. Beautiful chart. Extension target 4.5. QMCO has gone completely ballistic from 292, that's under 3,
to today's high at 27.75. 9-fold increase in just a week. Be careful with this one, it's overextended. QUBT, pop, falling flag, and then a strong 5-day run that saw it go from 225, tripling, to 920, almost quadrupling. It is really extended, but has great momentum. So does RCAT, which has gone over the last 3 weeks from 3 to over almost 11, nearly quadrupling in just a couple, 3 weeks. So extended indeed, great momentum though. These are charts of stocks that are really extended. RGTI broke out today and spiked from under about 184 to 337, doubling, and then backing off a little bit. But if you look at the overall chart pattern, we get through here, we might see 5. SRRK broke out of a long multi-week coil, and exploded today, jumping from under 30 to over 43, finishing 38 up 817, 27%. Mine was a hefty 7.5 million, which is a lot for that stock. This one did reach my target in the 44 range. Tdoc breaking out of a bottom platform and a 4-day move has seen it go from 8.75, today's high over 12, breaking out of a couple resistance levels. I would say your next target has to be upwards of about 13.5. And you now continuing its move the last 5 days, 6 days now in a row, 1731 to over almost 25 today, and now the pullback. If it does consolidate, we may see high 20s on this one. Upstart popping out of a coil as well, jumped 567 or 7.6%. Volume picked up a little, it was 9.7 million. It looks like if it gets up through the 86 range, we might get near 100. VUZI, a strong week on a new contract, has gone from under $1 to 230 and might extend to 250, but it's going to be some resistance up in the 2.5, 3 zone. XCUR vertical, literally from 2 3/4 to 32 3/4, a 30-point move in about 7 days. Way overextended and dangerous. Be careful, but it does have phenomenal momentum as well. And finally, ZENA, which we traded great today. Let me show you the intraday chart on this one. Exploded, coiled, pop, wedge, it flagged and kept going and kept running, and even after hours, reached all the way up to 849, folks, and it's still hanging around 735, up 556. That's 120 million shares, up more than 310%. Unbelievable day for that one. Let's see if there's any extension tomorrow. I doubt it. I think I may need to rest for a bit. That's it. This is HB out. Have a great evening, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.